My name's Elizabeth Yeager. I'm from Sydney, Australia, with an Irish accent, and I thought today I would show you the new Incolours for this 24 to 26. So I'm going to, without further ado, I'm going to do that. And as you can see here in front of me, I've got the 5 new Incolours. When we were on stage in Melbourne a few weeks ago, we got to make this. So this one here is peach pie. Well, let's have a look. Peach pie. That's the cardstock. That's the stamp, and that's the marker, and that's it stamped off as well. Then we have Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, and Summer Splash. Now, when I first saw them, I wondered how different they would be, but actually they are quite different, and I'm growing more to like them day by day. So today I'm going to use these colors, and we're going to do some work with blending brushes. So let's get started. First card I'm going to make this card. So I'm going to be using blending brushes. I'm going to be doing this card, this card, and this card. So we're going to do those 4 very quickly. So I'm going to do all the blending first, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so let's move those away, and I'm just going to take this bit first. Okay, so what I need is peach pie, Pretty in Pink, and Petunia Pop. Those are my 3 colors that I'm using. Let me get my brushes. That one for that, that one for that, and that one for that. Okay, so what I'm going to do before I start, what I often like to do is to put a piece of paper underneath where I'm working, because it's not a good idea to start right on the piece of cardstock, because it just gets a bit messy. So fix up my brush and just do that, and you can see that I'm doing that there. Okay, I'm hoping that will be okay. It's a bit stronger than I really want. Let's turn it over and do it again. Okay, that's much better. I wanted to blend in a little bit more. This is why. Okay, so that's my peach pie for this one. Pretty in Pink. I wonder what's your favorite color of these ones. Okay. Want a little bit more on that. I wanted to blend in over the peach pie a little bit more too, so that they sort of blend together. My final one for this one will be Petunia Pop. Here we go. I actually really like this color. There we go. So that's the first one I've done. The next one I'm going to do is, I'm going to do all the colouring first, this one, and I'm just getting the right piece of paper, this one. So I might start with the Petunia Pop at this side. There's enough on the brush to do that. Let's try the Pretty in Pink, because it's a softer colour. It just needs a little bit more. No, it's much better. A little bit more. And then peach pie. And that will do. Okay, so that's going to be my second one. Now, the I'm finished with Petunia Pop, so we put it away, and I'm finished with Pretty in Pink, so I'm going to put that away as well. Now, the next one I'm going to do is this one, which has peach pie, oh goodness me, Summer Splash, which I love. Stuck. There we go. So let's get rid of those two brushes, and that's my Summer Splash brush, and then Shy Shamrock. There we go. And I've got my Shy Shamrock brush. Okay, so I'm going to do this little bit first, because it's the easiest bit probably to do first. I've got my peach pie, and I'm just going to I'm not going to be using all of that, but that will do for that. And then I'm going to get this piece, and I'm going to start working on this bit. Get a bit more peach pie on it. Really helps if you start off and then just start rubbing from the sides in. So that's the peach pie. I think that's enough of that one. Now I will get my Summer Splash. I love this colour, but then I'm a blue person, so isn't that a beautiful colour? And the final one is Shy Shamrock. Turn this around. You can see what it gets pretty messy, so that's why I usually put a piece of paper underneath. Now, you might not think there's much difference in these two, but actually there is a fair bit. Okay, this is definitely more green, this is more blue. Okay, so that's that one. And the last one I'm going to do, I don't need peach pie, so I'm going to get rid of that so I don't accidentally use it. And get rid of my brush. I'm going to find my piece of cardstock, and this is the card for this one, and I'm going to use my Summer Splash at the top. I want a bit more Summer Splash on that. Still think that's a little bit weak. There we go, that looks much better. Okay, and then I get my Shy Shamrock and do the bottom half of this piece of white cardstock. There we go. Now, get rid of these inks and blending brushes. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the stamp set Thoughtful Wishes to actually create these cards. So move that out of the way. I'm going to start with this one. So this is Thoughtful Wishes, beautiful stamp set. Comes with that beautiful Thoughtful Journey paper. But today I'm going to use some of the flowers. So the first one I'm going to use is this one. Okay, so it's like lots of leaves. But I'm going to use my Memento Black. Here we go. To stamp this. So I'm just going to put ink on all of the stamp. Right. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then I shall put that, better put it the right way, hadn't I? That way. And I think about there would be good. Here we go. And then I'm going to get my little sentiment which is thanks, and I'm going to put it up the top in black as well. So I've done that one. Now let's do the stamping for this one. I am going to get, they look a bit like poppies, don't they? So I'm going to get this one, and I'm going to do 3 lots of poppies. 1, 2, 3, just like that. So that's that one. Okay, the next one I'm going to do is this one, and this has got like it's almost like a thistle on it. I think it's a Scottish thistle. And it's going up there. And I'm going to use my thanks again. I'm going to put it down the bottom right hand side. There we go. So that's that one. And the last one, all I need for this one is thinking of you fondly. And it's somewhere hiding on the table. There it is. And I'm just going to stamp that on like that. I'm just going to leave that for the moment. Okay, so all my stamping done. Now let's get these cards together. So let us start with this one. What I've done is I've got some basic white cardstock for the base. I've got a couple of strips of basic black, and I've got some ribbon here. These are the Incolour ribbons, and they're so beautiful. They're like a linen with a stitching along it. Right, so this is what I'm going to do. First thing I'm going to do is put some glue on the back of these. There we go. One there. One there. Now, I've made these strips about, gosh, I think they're probably about 1 centimetre. And I'm going to put one on one side like so. And one on the other side. So here we go. One on the other side as well. Now, this is going to go on a base. This here is the embossing folder exposed brick, and it's beautiful. It's got brick and like moss or something growing on it, but it makes a beautiful background. So this is going to go on this, but before I put it on, you notice it's a little longer than I need. I've got my ribbons, so I've done 2 of them already. I'm going to work out where these are going to go. So I put a knot in the ribbon, okay, just like that. And I've got the pink one, which would go next. And sitting beautifully. Let's see if I can get this one to sit a little nicer. There we go. It's this side that needs twisting around. There we go. And then I'm going to put a knot on this one. So basically all I did was, at one end, I put a knot like this. And trying to work out, both sides are pretty much the same, I think. And that one will go like that. So they're going to go like that. This is going to go on here, okay, like that. And then it'll just go on the card. So let me get these together first. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some tape up the side of the embossed piece. I'm going to put some down the middle as well. And I'm going to put some across the top. I've got a reason for that. Otherwise it sort of sits up. So get my ribbons. Okay, the first one I want to put on is this one. Okay, and I want to do it about, oh gosh, a third of the way down. So I'm just going to push it around like that, and this side the same. I'll cut this off in a minute. That's ribbon number 1. Let's do the pink one next. Pretty in pink. It's a pretty colour, isn't it? Stick that side down. There we go. Around. So it's nice and firm. Let's pull that up so it doesn't. And the last one is the petunia pop one. And I'm going to put it right here. I actually think I want it this way. No, I might leave it the way it was, like that. There we go. And around, just like that. Now, get my scissors, my ribbon scissors. And I'm going to trim off these excess pieces here that I really don't need. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sticking to me. On this side, there, there, and there. And I'll just pull those off as well. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's that bit. I'm going to stick this down on the card, and you notice it's basically the same size as the front of the card, which is half a sheet of our A4 basic white card. And then I'm going to get this piece, and one thing I did forget to bring in was the beautiful little dots that were in my my embellishment box in my craft room. I'm going to put this on. I can always do them at the end. And I'm going to set that on like that. And that down a little bit on that side because I'm not happy that that seems straight. That's much better. Okay. Now, if you notice, it's a little bit longer than I need. So let me grab my other scissors, and I'm just going to trim that little edge off. So when you get the Incolours, it comes with cardstock, ribbon, everything. So I just want to put a little bit of tape along the bottom of that, just so it holds it nice and firm. And there is our first card, minus the dots, okay? Isn't that beautiful? Okay, I love that card. Okay, card number 1. Let's go on to the next one. We'll do this one next. This one is very, very simple too. It's basic white. No, I'll get the right envelope. Yep. Here we go. All these bits on it. Okay. You see there's lots of bits and pieces here. First thing I'm going to do is going to make this strip for the bottom. So I've used 3 pieces of, I'll just leave those over there and that there for the moment. 3 pieces of cardstock. The peach pie one is 1.5 centimeters. This one's 1 centimeter, and this one's 0.5 centimeter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of tape along here. Like so. And then I'm going to put that on so that it's covering that side. Okay, so that's our first piece on. We won't need the full length of this, but you get the idea of how it goes. and then I'm going to put this one on. And because I am going to, it's narrower than the tape is, I'm going to use this here so that I can get it there, and then it's easier for me to put it on. And it's going to go on top like that. Now it looks like a tricolour ribbon, and this will go on the card down here. Okay, so let's put the card together. So you've got a white base. It's in a gold, and my husband's trying to find my, it's in a gold box on the right hand side on top of my, on the right hand side of my desk. Okay, because I'm doing this in the kitchen. So I'm going to put this on this, put some tape, the very top box, it's in, and I'm going to place this right in the middle here, like that. Gosh, that's pretty. Now that's going to go on my card. This is landscape, this one, I've made it like that. It's going to go up there, okay, like that. And I think I'll put it on first. Let's get a piece there, over there, a little bit there. So that's going to go, here we go, just like that. How pretty is that? Now, to put this on, I'm going to start down here and I'm going to put it on. Okay, so I'm going to put some tape. There we go. On the back. And I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to put it right there. As I said, it's the full width of the card, but then I'm going to cut that off. So let's get and trim that back. So that's the basic part done. Now I've got a piece of black cardstock here. I'm not going to emboss for you, but I will show you how to do it. So I've got a piece of black cardstock which is the same width as this here, and what I'm going to do is get my, everything's hiding under my embossing body. It's very important that you use this because when you put the powder on, it actually will mark. So I just rub that on. That takes any finger marks, static or whatever off. Okay, so I've got my Versamark, which is what we use for this. I'm not going to take time to actually dry this one. And I've got the Sentiment Dearest Friend. Here we go. And I'm just going to stamp that right there. Now you can't really see anything there, but by the miracle of embossing powder, which I absolutely adore, I keep my embossing powders, they come in little containers, but I keep mine in a container like this because it's so easy to use. Keep a piece of cardstock in there and I just do that. I've got a little bit extra on there, which is good that I made the extra one because often I do this a few times, and we get that. And then we heat that and it turns from this grey colour to a beautiful white like we have there. So let me put that on top of that. And I have, with the magic of cameras, I've got this here. Okay, and I'm going to put that on down there. So I'm going to set that on dimensionals, which I did bring in, and I've lost them now. They're hiding somewhere on my table. And can't see them there. I did definitely bring them in. One of the joys of working in a different place to where you are usually. I might have to get my little slave to go in and grab me some dimensionals from the craft room. He's great. He helps me so much with this, because I'm sure they'll turn up in a few minutes. But yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to put dimensionals on the back of this, and then I'm going to cut a tiny little bit more off this side, so that's better. Unfortunately, he probably doesn't know where everything is in my room, but hey. Now, you can see I've used all the dimensionals on the inside of this. So what I do is, we never waste anything. I just cut along the edge like this, and turn this over, and we'll use about 3 on this. There's 1, 2, 3. So we use actually the edge as well. Now let's get the paper off that and place this on the card. And I think I want it about right there. I love this card too, actually. It is a pretty card. So that's card number 2. I'll set it over here. We'll look at those in a minute. The next one I'm going to do actually is similar to the other one the first one that I did. It just has slightly different embossing folder. Let me get all the bits out. So I've got these 2 beautiful ribbons. Aren't they gorgeous? I love these. I think I'll be using these a lot. So I've got my 2 knots in my ribbon. I've embossed this with crosshatch, which you can get online. So it's like well, it is a crosshatch type thing, and I've embossed it with that. So that's a beautiful embossing folder. That is going to go on the black card. Okay, let's make this bit up first, because it's easy to do that. And then we've done it. Get my tape, put it down the edge, across the bottom and across the top, so it lies flat. And I've cut a piece of black cardstock, just a little bit bigger, so we've got a beautiful black border around the card. So that's that. Now I've got my cross-hatched embossing folder piece, and I'm going to do what I did with the other one. I'm going to put my 2 pieces of ribbon on this card. So I'll do exactly what I did before. Turn my cardstock over, and I'm going to put some tape on this, and then I'm going to start with the Shy Shamrock one at the bottom. Gosh, it is so beautiful. Tighten it up a little bit so it stays nice and firm. And then I'm going to do the summer splash above it. Up here. And around like that. Isn't that pretty? Even before we do anything else. So cut this and this and this and this. Get that out of the way. Get my card. So I'm going to put that on, and it's just a little smaller than the base. I'm going to put that on nice and firmly, and then I'm going to put this on dimensionals as well. So, and we found the dimensionals. They were on the table. And just for speed, I'm going to do this. We'll put there, up there, there. I often put a couple of three down the middle as well, because then it holds the card right up. So let's take the backs off these, and I will do all the embellishments at the very end. And that is going to go on this card. Push this knot over a little bit more. Let's get that together again. And there we go. That's that card. Okay. One more. Last one today. Going to do this beautiful one first. So I've got the background, and I have this here. And what I did with this was I actually freehand cut it out. Line like that. Back around. So that's my sentiment. And I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back of that now, because that will sit up on the card. But before I put it together, we've got this here, and it looks like it's stamped, but it's actually a die cut. This is the die cut, okay? And if I turn this over, this is what it looks like. So I'm going to push this out of the die, and I did this to save time. So we've got this here, and you'll notice that there's some little bits still in it, little black pieces that I can poke out. One there, 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 and one here, and one here, and I think that's some more. Oh, there's still one there. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is this is going to go on like that. Okay, isn't it beautiful? What a pretty die cut this is. Turn it over, and I'm going to add some glue and get this working, because it hasn't been used yet. Just along the edges, just a few little dips like this. And along here, down there, and there. I want it to lie fairly flat, so I'm just making sure that I've got enough little dots of glue so it will hold in place. Okay. This one, I've got a little black piece that shouldn't be there. And this bit. And this is probably the longest. Takes the longest to do. Nearly there. And that bit. A little bit up the end, so those sit flat. There. Along that leaf there. And I've got a bit of ribbon there, and on this piece of foliage as well, and down and up the top here, and down there. And I reckon that's probably pretty good. I think that will hold it. Okay, in place. Close the lid. And this, so it doesn't dry out. Got to turn it over. Got to use my pick to help me do that. And I'm going to place it on my card like this. Just make sure it's nice and flat. Okay, doesn't that look beautiful? Now, take this off and put that up there, yellow. Then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to put some tape on the back, and in here I've got my base and my layer that I want to use. So I've got this, so I'm going to put this on here. I want a nice black border all the way around. There we go. And I'm going to turn it over again. I'm going to put tape on it again. Across the bottom, across the top, and put it in the middle. And this is going to go on this card. Now, let me go. Now, I have this piece. This is actually for the inside of this black one. Okay, that's just going to go in there like that. So I'll leave that for the moment. Actually, no, why don't you do that? Because we made all the cards, and I just have to find my embellishments. Okay. Happy with that. So that's the card that's been made. This is the card that I've just made. It's a card that's been made. This is the card that's been made. And this one and this one. Now let's get some embellishments for this. Okay, so we've got our Incolours, these 24 to 26 resin dots, and I'm going to use on this one. I'm not using anything, I'm just going to leave it as it is. On this one, I'm going to use the 3 colours that I have of the ribbon. So I'm going to use the yellow one up the top, or the peach pie one. Then I'm going to use pretty and pink one next, and then the petunia pop one next. So it mirrors the ribbon underneath. And that one's finished as well. Then I'll take this one, and you can see that on this one we only have 2 colours. So I'm going to use Shy Shamrock down the bottom, and up the top I'm going to use Summer Splash. Let's see, I want it about the same spot. Okay, so that's that one. Now this one, I could have used this, but I decided that I wanted something a little more sparkly. So I've got some rhinestone basic jewels here. And I'm going to open this up and pull this out like this. And usually we put 3 on, so I'm going to put a large one up here. And what did I do? I used the smaller ones on the rest of it. So I'll use a small one here. And I might use this one because it looks slightly better than that other one. And that's our cards finished. So very, very easy, very quick. to make. We've got this one, and this one. I hope you've enjoyed this today, and I hope that you get a chance to play around with these colours, and I'd love to see what you can create, and if you can post it on my Facebook page, that would be absolutely fantastic. And hi Priscilla, I'm really glad that you were able to join me today. Absolutely fantastic. I hope you've enjoyed looking at these cards, and I hope that you can maybe get a chance to make them yourself. Okay, so it's bye from me today from Timeout Thursday, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.